I'm EkkiThump and welcome back to Let's Play Empyrion Galactic Survival. You'll recall last session we had a few technical difficulties, so this session what I've got to do is go and try and recover the wrecked chassis of those press F. The wrecked chassis of our vehicles. Now they weren't completely destroyed. My worry is that I've taken so long to get my stuff back and get back to base that the vehicles may actually have despawned. I'm not sure if that happens or not. We're going to start off by getting some food. Let's see where my fridge is. So, what am I going to do? Well, I'm definitely going to need 2 cores. So, let's hope I can build those. I've got 1. I do still want to assault the drone base on foot at some point. But in order to do that, we're going to need a bit of a resupply, because we definitely don't have enough ammunition for it now. So I'm going to have to go and do some magnesium mining before that, but first things first. So we've got 2 cores. I'm also going to take a mobile constructor with me. And what we're going to do with that is, if I need to add any components apart from the cores themselves to get the vehicles moving again, we're going to take the constructor with us, and like all of our building materials, if we have any left, Jesus, and build the stuff on site. I have a feeling we might need some engines, possibly an RCS, maybe even a fuel tank, who knows. Now here's one issue, I don't think I've got my motorbike anymore. I think I left it in the cargo box in one of the 2 crafts. So I'm also going to need to make a new new motorbike to go over there with. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so one of those. And while that's going through, let's go and repair my armour. Oh, can I repair off the P menu, or do I actually have to go to the station? Let's see, repair station. Access. No, I can access it from here, that's good. You can see my light armour is getting pretty messed up. So, armour locker, repair station. Prepare this thing. And, oh, in the armour locker. Pop it back on. There we are. Bike, constructor, and we now have 3 cores. So we've got a bit of iron and copper we can take with us. Got some silicon, cobalt's worth taking. Erestrum, neodymium, zascosium, no. We don't need glass plates. Take some reactor cores. Iron, cobalt, copper, and silicon, and some metal pieces. Okay, this should still be flagged up. Somewhere. Yeah, there it is. We were like here, I think. So let's get out there and see what the damage is. Hopefully we arrive in daytime. I don't want to have to deal with those night raptors again. Oh, there's no point getting my motorbike in here. Okay, away we go. Got to make sure to avoid the actual drone base and head towards the crash site. So let's swing in a little bit from the side. Ah, this might be just perfect. We're just getting over here in time for the dawn. Hopefully we'll be safe. Doesn't sound like we're safe. I can still hear things growling at me. So here's our two wrecked vehicles still lying around for us. There's the stealth fighter. There's our little skimmer. We're not going to do full-on repairs out here. What we are going to try and do is whack a core on and leg it. We seem to be safe. Safe-ish. We are still pretty close to the drones. That's why we died, because we got distracted by some incoming drones and didn't notice the night raptors. Now, where did they actually? I don't know how they actually managed to get to the core on this thing. But okay, what are we missing here? We have a generator. We don't have a fuel tank. That's what we're missing there. What's on this one? This one got pretty wrecked. Just fucking die, you shit. Hopefully we're far enough away that those drones, although they chased us out here the first time, won't actually aggro onto us anymore. I hope this one isn't missing a fuel tank as well. I guess we'll put the core in just anywhere we can fit it. We can do a proper refit job when we get back to base. Oh, looks like this one might be missing a cockpit. Yeah, it's missing a cockpit, but we should be able to stick our constructor on here and hopefully build some parts. There we are, HV cockpit. Just stick everything in there and hope it's enough. Okay, actually I'm more worried about getting the whatchamacallit back to base. Can we make a fuel tank? SVHV fuel tank, there we go. Not too sure about these guys. I'm not sure if they're coming in. Oh no, they're not. They're going away. Right, there's our fuel tank. Now let's take all this stuff back with us. Just so that we minimise our losses. If anything should happen to the HV while we're gone. And let's actually turn it off as well to save the fuel. Looks like all the weapons survived, astonishingly enough. Right, put the fuel tank in over there, that'll do. We've got 2 RCS, it looks like we've got all our thrusters. Ah, we might be missing a lower thruster. That's okay though, we should have enough to fly. We won't have the agility we're used to, but once we get back to base we can sort all this out properly. Have some Promethium fuel packs. Oh, steady. Okay, fantastic. Let's limp this crippled bird home. Okay, here we are. Let's stabilize. Now, let me see if I can try something a little bit complicated. I'm going to flip this bird upside down because we need to do all the work on the underside. So I'm using the alt look. Hopefully this won't make shit explode. Going to land very gently. So we're getting repairs on that now. And that's ready for servicing, and let's get the hover vehicle back. And here we are back at the HV. Wow, this thing took a beating. Like, not just a little bit, a lot. Which way is actually the front? Okay, well the engines are back here, so I guess this must have been the front, up here. Sure. Okay, let's get that constructor down again then. Make me a cockpit. Odd as it may look, the game has absolutely no trouble at all perceiving this as a single entity, even though this part over here is technically not even attached anymore. You can see this bit of piping over here is broken off. That bit's floating free. That bit's floating free. Basically, they're just hanging on by a thread. But this is all still a cohesive unit. There's no structural integrity for vehicles. Thank God. There we are, one cockpit. So that's engine side, this is cockpit side. Now we've got to convince it to squeeze that in there between the two things. Actually, let's make sure we're using the right one. There we are. Needs a lick of paint, but it'll fly. Well, it won't fly, it'll hover. So let's have this constructor back now. Yeah, we've got enough juice to get off the ground. Amazingly, we didn't lose a single hover engine. We've lost some of the... I think we've lost a retro thruster. And that's it. Okay. Guns out just in case, because it is night time. Let's get this thing off the repair pad. This'll do. Now, unfortunately, the hover vehicles are a bit harder to flip. That cockpit's in the wrong position, isn't it? It should be one further down. Never mind, that's all stuff we can fix. Okay, so there we go. That's going to reflate all the crumpled blocks. It's mostly the missing blocks we're actually worried about. So I think we're definitely going to need some more materials. Let's have a look at these vehicles and find out what we're missing exactly. Okay, we no longer have an ammo box. We've lost the ammo box on the stealth fighter. Cockpit's fine, core's fine. Fuel tank, generator, O2 tank, got double RCS still. We're missing two thrusters. So it's two thrusters, an ammo box. Is that a Talon Guardian? Yeah, Talon Guardian leader. They're pretty cool dudes. Two thrusters, an ammo box, and a bunch of iron blocks. And the sun's rising. Lovely. It's possible we're going to need some more materials for this. I'm pretty sure I've got some small blocks in storage, which I'll have to see. Thrusters. Two thruster S's. Ammo box. Where's the ammo boxes? Small ammo box. And let's see, do I have... I've got 32 steel blocks, so we're probably alright there. Unbelievably, we may have all the parts we need to repair at least one of the vehicles. Let's go and find out. I think from watching the video last time, honestly, my plan, such as it was, of just YOLOing in, trying to dodge drone fire, get to the elevator. Oh, and we need a landing gear as well. Might honestly have worked if there hadn't been another spawner hidden there that I hadn't clocked. We can even get that. Fantastic. It might have worked. Unfortunately, as we know, this happened instead. But I reckon I could even try the same plan of attack as long as I can get rid of that second spawner from a safe distance. Right. While we're waiting for that, let's get some of these blocks back on. I've got my colour gun, I don't have a texture gun, so we'll be alright to repair this. Unfortunately, the skimmer arms on the other vehicle are going to have to wait a couple of levels till I get the XP to spare to spend unlocking the texture gun. Okay, ammunition box in there. Oh, thruster. Like so. These should all be filled in like that. Then we've got a slope here, is it? I think it's just a slope. Yeah, slopes all the way along, right up to the gun. This is some kind of corner piece. I think it's just a normal corner. No, it's a big corner. You've got a little bit of fixing to do there on the underside as well. Slope in, no, not ramp bottom, slope in there. Then I need that landing gear. Which is, yeah, that one. 1x2x2. Somehow it knows that it's got to be upside down. Knobbly bit to the front, perfect. Okay, let's get the paint gun, paint the blocks the right colour again. Cargo box, and oh, actually, I've got it on me, haven't I? Here it is. Apply to whole block, stealth green. And again, I've forgotten that I can't do this through the landing gear. Stealth green for you, and then the landing gear goes back on. And you get a blast of colour. There's that one there, there's that one there. Okay, let's flip him over and see if there's anything we need to do on the top side. No. Somehow, the top side of the fighter completely survived intact. Wait a minute, should there be some protection on top of that gun? I don't know if that was on the original design, but I kind of feel like there should be, so let's put a bit of a ramp on here. Probably should be on the underside as well, but whatever. Okay, we're definitely going to need some more blocks to repair this. And we also need to move that cockpit down. What other systems are we missing here? Obviously the thruster. So one retro thruster. Turrets, of course. Ammo box is okay, cargo box is okay. We've got the cockpit, core, fuel tank generator. 6 hover engines. O2 tank and RCS, still fine. So one retro thruster, a couple of turrets, and a bunch of armor blocks, looks like. Yeah, and that'll be job done. Ah, god damn it, we don't have enough stuff to make a motor. Okay, what do we need for motors? Shit, this is complicated stuff. Probably cobalt and copper and... Actually, we're kind of running out on everything. But definitely, well no, we've got cobalt and copper. What is it to make a motor exactly? Metal components, right, so we're missing 3 cables there. To make cables, okay, so we need some copper. Copper will allow us to make cables, which will allow us to make motors. Electronics. Again, copper. Motor, electronics, and cables. Just copper, basically. Let's go and get some copper. I think we'll have to take the SV. Copper. There's some. It's nice to be flying something with a bit of a better engine sound than that motorbike, quite frankly. That's the best thing about upgrading your vehicle. Oh, you know what I've done? I've come out without my actual mining gear. I forgot I dropped that off at the base, didn't I? Probably just get it from the ramp here. Yeah, the ramp counts as part of the base, so I can access the cargo boxes from all the way down here. So, I don't need that constructor anymore. What I do need is this and some of those, maybe. And here we are. Okay, let's find where I dug in the first time. This looks like the place. For some reason I've lost the graphic. I am definitely mining. Oh, what? What am I doing here? I think this is a bug. This is what you might call a bug. Okay, well, it's not actually interfering with gameplay at all, I don't think. Sure, if we just do this, we'll circle mine. This is the most ridiculous thing. You know, I've been playing Empyrion for quite a while. I've seen a few bugs. This has to be the weirdest one. I don't even know how this could happen, honestly. I'm completely at a loss. I mean, I thought it was weird when the Maspron Fortress at the end of Season 2 just decided to fill itself in all of a sudden. This pretty much takes the cake from that one. We are actually getting a decent amount of copper ore as well. Hope I can actually get out of this hole. Got to go back into first person. Let the little jetpack man recharge. Let's try next hop. There we go. One more maybe. Oh, there we are, we're out. Are we still doing it? Yep, still doing it. Okay, I'm going to try and get into the ship. Watch this crash the game. No, it was fine. But we're still doing it when we get out of the ship. This is so ridiculous. What the hell's going on? Okay. Let's get back over there. We've still got some bit of work to do this episode. There is still... What the fuck is that floating in front of me? Is that my mining laser? Oh, that's my Gatling turret. I think that's part of my Gatling turret. Oh no. The fuck is that? Yeah, it is. It's the end of some kind of gun anyway. Doesn't seem to have collision. It's not stopping me from moving around here. No. Just happily phase through the wall. It's not actually there, I don't think. It's just a graphical glitch. Okay, let's boogie on up to the constructor and get some copper refined. Well, let's stick the copper in the constructor. It's difficult to tell where I actually am. Oh. Wait a minute, that's the O2 tank. There it is, the constructor. You are feeling very hungry. Yes, I am. Fortunately, there should be plenty of stuff in the fridge. Ham and pear thing. Bit of a snack. Okay, so we needed one more thruster. Then armor blocks are the priority. So let's get about another 30 of those. Okay, let's make a start and we'll let the rest of the blocks carry on being built. It's still there. It's not attached to the ship, it's attached to me. Oh, there we are, it's gone now. When I pulled the colour gun, it disappeared. Oh, it was... hang on. It's fixed it, somehow... oh, well, not exactly. I do still feel like I'm moving at rather a quick pace. Like moonwalking a little bit. Okay. Anyway, let's go first person for this because we need to get this fixed up. So, a block there, and don't tell me I've made the wrong one. I've made a fucking SV thruster. Shit. Let's toss that back in. Wait, there is only one. What the hell am I looking at? These are thruster S's, aren't they? Yes. Has this been changed? Can I not put thruster S blocks on hover vehicles anymore? Has there been some kind of patch recently? I mean, there has. I didn't realise it had done that. What have I done with it? Have I stuck it on here? Where is it? Oh, it's in the constructor, isn't it? Placeable SV only, apparently. But they still work with the hover vehicle. The ones that are still on there already still work. I'm sure I could. Hold on, let's have a look. Maybe they've been separated. Right, that'll be why. It's because I built this thing out of the workshop, wasn't it? So I didn't unlock all the hover vehicle parts. Oopsie daisy, hope I've still got enough. Yeah, I have. Well, we've hit level 8. Let's see, what can we do with level 8? What unlocks at level 8? Nothing for bases, nothing for CVs or small vessels. We've got something at level 8 for hover vehicles. 2x2 hover engines. Nothing under misc or tools or weapons or anything. We can get the texture tool though. When we get level 10, it might be worth having a look at these drill modules. We've got HV drill modules and HV drill turrets. Tool used for drilling holes into terrain and mining resources. Trouble is, we need advanced CPUs for the turrets. It might be fun to play with though, it's something I've never used before. Right, so that was the right cockpit. It looked right. It was just a bit one block too high. So I need to be a bit more forward. How many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. It needed to be 4 long. It might not have been the right cockpit, you know. 3 by 3 by 4. Is there one like that? No. 3 by 3 by 5. That's right. Yeah, that's better. Okay, night vision mode again. Oh, it's bright. When you use that just after sundown or just before morning, it's really, really bright. While I'm doing this, you can be making me no, other one. My texture tool. Let's do this with the drone, it's be easier. God damn it, that's bright. Actually, let's. If we're using the drone, we don't need the night light. Holy shit. No, no. Ah, fuck. Get in there, go on. Did that survive on this side? Yeah, it did. So next to the forward lateral engine, I've noticed it goes a little bit mental when you're trying to squeeze blocks into a tight space like that. Okay, that's got the curve alright, so that needs to be 1 block further back. And let's actually, now that we've got some spare blocks, just plate this off at the back. Okay, do I have a texture gun? I do. Can I remember which texture this was? Probably not. Apply to whole block. That one? No. It doesn't have those fancy bits on the middle. I think it's just this one actually. Then we've got the one with the pipes to go on there. We've got again the no nonsense metal one there, and here. Is there something that looks radiatory for the back here? Yeah, that's nice there. These two are that one. That's just smooth. Then we just need the colours. So black, apply to whole block, black and black, black cockpit probably, black here, red there. That's alright unpainted, but I do want these engines at the back to be red. Oh, texture there. We've got black and black. Nice and black and nice and black. One engine to repaint. Hold on, that's the wrong gun. There's the texture. Okay, so that's the vehicles repaired, I think, and that's pretty much this episode. Recovery operation successful. We've managed to get all the stuff back, so we've managed to get back to, not square one, but the square we were at before we suicided at the drone base. More or less. Got to stick a couple of turrets on top of there and get the ammunition remade, but at least we didn't have to rebuild all the vehicles from scratch. So, I will sign off there. That's been Let's Play Empyrion Galactic Survival. Do hope you've enjoyed it. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more gameplay of this game. Next time we will probably be going in for another run on the drone base. We'll have to see, depends on how much time it takes me to get resupplied with weapons and so on. In the meantime, I've been EkkiThump, this has been Let's Play Empyrion Galactic Survival, and I'll see you next time.